Okay, we are running. Finally. It took me 4 tries. Okay, let's get this bad boy on. I'll wiggle into it. Oh man. Shit. Okay, cool. Dipping rod, that'll come in handy. Allen keys, very handy. Today's project. Okay. I think we're just about there. Bitchin' magnet can put this, whatever, right there's good. All right, let's get this thing heated up. Need magic fire. Do. Whoops. Clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, right there looks good. All right. Back in business, baby. Okay. I need a little WD, a little bit of sandpaper. Which one's which? This is the 120. obviously I had a little time to sweep up. Try to keep things civilized around here. Just about ready. Okay, feel good. Okay, time to open the door. Forgot about that. Gotta remember to open this damn thing. All right, and fan. Okay, cool. Now I shouldn't die. Whew. So weird seeing daylight on the back of the shop during my stream. That's kind of different. That's a little weird. Man, this cools down quick. better go grab a drink. This is done already. This is dead already. So I need a new drink. Kill this one off next. Fresh drink. Yeah, it's iced tea. Brand depends on whoever decides to pay me the most. How you doing, man? Yeah, I guess we all kind of are in the midst of this crap. Our office shut down because Philadelphia basically shut down, so we said that's it. Go home. See you in a couple weeks. Yeah, the chaos has it's been a bit much, so so much panic going on, and I don't know what for. I don't know. Media panic, panic buying everywhere you go. Shelves are empty at every single store. It's a little weird. I was trying to go get a webcam to replace this thing today because it's having fits with my computer, and lo and behold, the stores are out of webcams because everybody's working from home. So I should have figured that out. Lack of judgment on my part and bad timing for needing a webcam, I guess. Yeah. I mean, when you put two and two together, it does seem pretty obvious, but it figures, you know. I just installed this webcam here to do like a grinder view, because obviously this isn't very exciting when you're watching me grind, so this camera gets a nice little top-down view, but the drivers don't like my computer, so whatever. No big deal. But if I could find another webcam somewhere that exists, like Staples stopped carrying webcams apparently. They don't have anymore. I went to Best Buy today. That was also a mistake. Best Buy had invoked like a strict amount of people who could be in the store limit. So they were like keeping tabs at the door, and I think they were letting like 15 people in the store at once. So that was interesting. Yeah, basically everything's going to be out of everywhere. Everybody's buying everything up. So it's kind of weird to see, really. It's a little surreal. But yeah, I've been like, I've seen the whole, oh, it's a snowstorm and bread and milk and eggs are all gone because everybody wants French toast when they're snowed in. But, now it's just everything. Every paper product, bottled water. The bottled water thing I don't get. Like, what do you think? This epidemic's going to be so bad that water's not going to come to your house anymore? That kind of mystifies me. Like, I don't understand that one. Then again, I don't understand a lot about this, so. But I do have some new stuff that's been created. We got this lovely little chef's knife with the etched edge, or the etched side for rust protection. So it's etched, so that's why it's so black. But chef's knife, oak handle, very nice, very elegant. And then a little fun kick around project. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like all of a sudden the power, they're thinking apocalypse. Then we got this little guy, this little utility blade, just a little pocket, like, oh, okay, cool, extra knife. Not a bad little thing. Also etched the side of it. Since I don't play with stainless, kind of what I got to do. Yeah, it's kind of mystifying, like what people are going through. Like, why would power just go out? Like, one person in the power company gets coronavirus and all of a sudden they're not going to be able to send power to our house anymore? I don't know, whatever. I'm trying not to think about it anymore. I'm going to take my little bit of time off. That's it. Whew. Maybe I should take these other gloves off. People really think it's going to be the end of days. I think that's what's going on. People really think it's like end times. Like legit going to be like Fallout. But if you are watching out there, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, any of the above, please make sure you drop a comment, say hello, let me know you're here. I love getting to hear from all you guys, especially because I know you're probably bored wherever you're at if you're not at work or working from home. Feel free to drop a comment, say hi. I know this is a weird time for me to be streaming, but it's kind of nice not being at work. I gotta say, this grinder has become very useful, at least something to lean on. I just need somebody to lean on. to keep this thing somewhat clean, I guess. It's probably better for it. Pot. Gonna be really tough setting this handle. Whew. We're gonna try. It's hot down here today. Maybe I should turn the fan up a little bit. No, only has one more setting, so let's turn it to the max. There we go, that might help. Tuck this back there, see if that stays. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's better already. Okay, let's start setting this. Whoops. I'm gonna kill this tee off too. Eat it like it owes you money. Come on, set that edge. I think after this, I got some welding to do too. That's gonna be fun. So you all stay tuned for that. I know I'm gonna say the word welding and General Broadcast is gonna show up. He always does every time I mention the word. Dude, just out of nowhere, poof! I'll be on my stream in 2 seconds. I changed my title to that, I'm sure he'll be here. Dude just wants to watch me weld because he thinks it's hilarious how terrible I am at it. Oh, my kingdom for a chair. Yep, that's getting cold. That's getting hot. Don't be afraid to say hi if you're out there watching, guys. Please drop me a line. Say hi in the chat. I'm more than happy to hear from you. Yeah, my bushy beard. I gotta maintain this thing a little bit better. It's getting a little unruly. Uh-oh. All right. Gotta keep up on the dust and scale to keep it to a reasonable level. Should probably put some more water in there too. Do I have a container? Yeah, I do. I can put water in this thing. Add a little more water to the bucket. That's good for now. Whew. Back in you go. Whew. Hope you're enjoying the stream out there. If you're quarantined, I hope you're safe. I hope everybody's doing all right. Put my magnet protectors on my bitchin' magnet. Now it's official. It says it on it. Running out of tea. It's not good. But I'm not running out of internet. That's very good. So hope everyone's doing all right. I hope you're staying safe. I hope if you're quarantined, you're well. I hope everything goes all right. I hope you and your family are safe. I hope you're just hanging out on a Tuesday afternoon watching me just because you can and not because you have to. But do enjoy the stream. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I do enjoy getting to chat with my viewers, so drop me a line in the chat or the comments or whatever your preferred viewing media is. Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I am on all three. Hitting the tongs. I should move this down away from the beard a little bit. That's probably good. Probably won't hit the beard anymore. Whew. It's hot. It's damn hot. My tank is running out of propane. It's going to be time for a switch shortly. I'd like to get this done before I have to switch, but we'll see. Flatten out, damn it. Actually, that's a little better. It's getting long. Yeah, I think a couple more and I should be good. Whew. Oh, man. Yeah, propane tank's getting cold. Oh, it's freezing up. Uh-oh. That's not good. This fan feels so good right now. He's doing a damn good job of keeping me alive right now. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. One more heat to try to straighten everything out. Tea is done. You know, I'm kind of thinking of kind of thinking about grinding a clip point into this thing. Maybe I will. Forge thick, grind thin, right? That's what I've done. That's pretty straight. Okay. Okay. Take this thing in front of the fan. Cool it off. Oh, smack my WD-40 can with it. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking I'm going to grind a clip point into this thing. A lot of blade on this, though. Got some grinding to do, but it's not too bad. So we'll see. Where's my thermometer? There's my thermometer. Gotta wait till it gets under about 200 before I feel comfortable dunking it in the water. $580, $570, yeah, not even close to that. Back to the fan. Fan does work though. Pumping all that nice, fresh oxygen into the room so I don't die. You know, the small things. sorry this has to be off camera, but my fresh air supply is not on camera. How are we now? Lost almost 200 degrees that quick. Still a little too hot though. What I should build is I should build some kind of rack that I can put right here in front of this fan and put the knives on it so the fan can just cool it and I don't have to stand over here holding the damn things. That would be smart. Although what I think I'm going to make is a stand first for my my acid bath, my acid wash. I need to make that first. Okay. All right, that's enough off-camera time. We'll let this cool off. Otherwise, oh, there you go. I knew General would show up. I mentioned the word welding, and you showed up. See, I said earlier in the stream, and if you don't believe me, look it up. I said earlier in the stream, if I mentioned the word welding, you would show up. I guaranteed you. You can call my bluff if you want, but I swear to God, I said that if I said the word welding, you would show up. Oh boy. Well, I wasn't wrong. How are you doing? Well, I don't know everybody's schedule. I mean, it's 4:25 Eastern time here, so I don't know where, what people's schedules are. So, but so let me see if I can ask my wife to grab my other tea for me, so I don't dehydrate. Could you grab my other tea, please? I already killed that last one. It did. It's hot down here. My feet are filthy, so I don't like trekking through the living room until I'm all done and cleaned up here. Thank you. Oh, I got these nice new rubber step covers that make it so nice and easy walking up the stairs. Oh, that's going to be better. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. No, I just found it funny that I mentioned I had to weld something and I said you would show up and on cue. So yeah, doing another, did you get to see the other knife from last night to finish? I don't know if you got to see that little guy. Well, I have one thing I have to weld. I'm going to weld some rebar to make, okay, you did see that finished, okay. I'm making a little stand to hold this piece of PVC. Basically, it's going to look like the bottom of the stool, just around it so it can stand up. Yeah, okay, you saw it then. I wasn't sure when you left, so I wasn't sure. But I need to weld a base for that thing, so I need to just weld a square part around the top. Well, yeah, I just got rebar for cheap, so I'm just going to use that, and it looks cool. It'll look cool in the shop. So I'm just going to do that and then weld legs onto it, and this way it'll have something that it can stand on its own, because right now it's being propped up by a bunch of junk, and I kind of want to get the bunch of junk out of here. So I'm probably going to weld it, and I got some rebar. It's cheap, whatever. Well, rebar just looks cool, it just looks it looks hardcore. It looks like something in the shop, Yeah, I'm going to work in the shop. I got rebar on things. Having chain on my anvil, that just looks more badass than what it actually is. It's yeah, you got chain on your anvil. That's hardcore. I'm yeah, it's just to make it quieter. That's really all. It just makes it quieter. It's not, I mean, the look is cool, you know, it's nice and all, but it's not for much more than that, other than to make you guys not have to suffer through the incessant tinging of the anvil. It used to be bad when I first got it. That thing was loud as hell. All right, this thing's got to be pretty cool by now. Yeah, I might have to try doing that, seeing what I see, but the problem is I don't have like a truck. I only have like a hatchback. So I think that could be part of the problem. Like hauling a bed frame home is kind of a pain in the ass, and I kind of have a nice car. I have a nice GTI, so I kind of don't like hauling scrap and shit around in my car. So right, and I had enough trouble trying to get the rebar home. I had to throw like cloth down and shit, so I didn't fuck up my car. But you know, I mean that's the only thing. Like trying to drag scrap steel around all over the place. You know, I just don't want to bang up my car. I don't want to, you know, I don't want steel digging in and cutting my seats and all that happy crap. I like my car. I'm trying to keep its resale value up. Plus, I drive for Lyft on occasion, so you know, I want people to come into a nice car and not have it look like a work truck. You know, helps me get nicer tips and stuff. Usually, I mean, I've seen some old funky ones that have some corners on them that'll take your finger off, but you know. All right, I am still super proud of my personally constructed anvil stand here. This has been the best thing so far, is having this thing. You know, I got my tongs down, so I'm not smashing my head on them. I'm still smashing my head on this stupid hammer here. I guess I should move it over the anvil so I don't keep doing that. Maybe if I put it here, that won't happen as much. Yeah, true. So, I'm feeling like grinding a little bit today. The only problem is my grinder cam is dead. So, I probably won't be grinding. Unless I bring the other camera over. That could work. I could bring the other camera just over. I kind of want to grind. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I feel like welding or if I feel like grinding. Welding's going to involve me setting up my chop saw. No, you just don't get the experience of the grind though. I like to have it here because you can't really see the work going on. I gotta bring it all over here and show it, and then come back. But it's nice. This camera was good. I like that. I just think that I need it to be kind of like it right here. You know what? I want to see something here. Let's see. If I set this up, this is for reference measurements. Yeah, exactly. I like people to see all that stuff. So I'm going to bring this up. Let's hope that this thing doesn't quit on me here. I'm going to put it on me so you guys don't get terrible vertigo here. Yeah, it's sweet. I'm not going to lie. I paid the extra for that. Oh, these don't go up high at all. Ooh, okay, that's not going to work. I thought those went higher. Yeah, the base is really nice. I did want to pay the extra for it just because of that, because that general storage in there. So it's got that. It's a little hard to see because it's all black, but yeah, you can put each arm can slide right in there, and you can have that in there real nice, which is a really, really good, good little treat. So, you know. I don't know if I have another tripod. I may have another tripod upstairs. I think I might be able to make this work. I just need the proper tripod. Hold tight for 1 second for me. I'm going to go dig up a big tripod because I have a couple upstairs. If I can dig up a big tripod, I'll just switch the camera over. And then once I switch the camera over, I can just do that instead of having the other thing for now because I don't have a choice. Because the problem was my my drivers on the other camera decided, I don't feel like working anymore. So it was blue screening my computer. I don't know why. I guess the two of them don't play nice together, so whatever. I'm going to solve it my way. The stick's not big enough, get a bigger stick. Ow. Okay. Let's see if this works. So I can put this here. I have pretty good maneuverability with this. Oh yeah, that might work really good. Yeah, this will be nice. Actually, this could be pretty good. Okay. All right. Let's try this out here. Oh, let's trip over that too. That'll do real well. I'm gonna play that. How many times can Jesse trip on this game? Ooh. Okay. Wait. And I can. Oh yeah. I got an idea. Yeah, this could work. I can put this. I'm trying to find a good spot so I don't go too bad. Yeah. Make sure legs don't trip me. Yeah. Well. They're out of the way now, like they're here, but if I keep walking over here, I'm gonna hit them. But thankfully, here's a little photographer's note for you. That's a cool little thing you might want to learn. All of these little guys, all these little tripod lovelies, they all have basically the same screw underneath. So every camera and everything like that all has the same screw. So if you find something that you like, a tripod or a camera, make sure that it has those little things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw this baby right on. Sorry for the awesome view. Yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about. Well, for anybody else who doesn't know, I'll throw that information out there for them. But yeah, they're all pretty much standard universal. So, look at that. Tighten that up. Well, the thing is, the thing hanging up here, but well, you can't see it now because the thing up above, I took that off, and it's quite literally foil tape. I'm going to embarrass myself with this one, but I'm going to take this off for a second. So this is what the rig was before, since there was no screw on that thing. That was that, and then to mount it to the rafters, because that's my return for my ductwork. I didn't really want to put like a big ass bolt through it, so more foil tape. I'm not proud, just so you know. I'm not proud of it, but it did the job. So. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, well, yeah, no, I can't. It's aluminum. This thing's aluminum. It's a really cheap ass tripod. Most of them are aluminum to be light anymore. So finding a steel tripod, you gotta dig deep. No, oh well. See, no. Here's the thing, because I mounted it to the side. Which part would you say the magnet? Okay, so. Magnet to the duct, yeah, okay, I get that. Well, that's got to be, well, I can find out right now with my bitchin' magnet. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the ductwork is steel, that's for sure. But I needed to mount it to the side because the tripod is too high. It's too tall, but what would I mount it to? That's what I'm trying to think of. How would I mount it to? I don't have a lot of magnets laying around. That's my problem. I don't have a ton of magnets, so. All right, so we're going to take this off right now. Come on, get in there. They could have cut those just a little bigger. Just a little. Oh, and to prove that this is a bitchin' magnet, I made sure I proved the fact it is the bitchin' magnet. You can't see the word magnet on there anymore, but the word magnet is on there. It's just not really, there it is. It's in the light. There it is, bitchin' magnet. Trademarked. That magnet caused me some problems last night. We're not talking about that again for a while. All right, let's get some belts down. Now you guys get to see my belt stash over here and my butt. That's just the price you have to pay for having the camera there. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's tighten that up. Oh, yeah. That's right there. Well, I have them hanging on a nail, over that way, next to the computer. And they hang up there, but when I'm going from one to the other, because there's probably about, maybe 15 different grits. I don't want to have like one nail for each grit. So I have one for the one that goes up to 220 and another one that goes up to the 5,000. So come on, center, baby. There we go. Center that up. That's good. That's not a bad idea. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, the camera is out. Sorry, the camera, not the cam. Yeah, the grinder cam. That's because I liked having the two views. I thought that was kind of nice. But if I could just switch this now, if I can just switch this and do the work that way, I think that might not be too bad. I'll just pop the camera over and do it this way. So I'm gonna be doing some of the work. Oh shit! Before I do this, now that this is cooled off, I have to cut this. I have to shorten this thing with the angle grinder, which I almost forgot to do. So if you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to cut this off. So headphone users beware. I'm going to cut this down. I gotta set up my chop saw, like in the worst way. Come on, baby, almost there. Come on. Come on. Damn it, how much steel's left on this thing? Yeah, it feels like I cut through like a minute ago. There she goes. Oh, damn. Okay, apologies for that. Let's see if I can grab this side here and dunk it in the water. Cook my ass. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it was some kind of driver issue. I don't really know what was causing it, but I hadn't used the other camera on here until very recently, until I got the grinder. So once I started putting that on, that's when I started getting the blue screen. And when I looked it up, all the information online seemed to point to, hey, your driver thing is, it has to do with the driver for that webcam. So it's not dead, but it's dead to me. I'll put it that way. How's that? It's dead to me. So it might still work on somebody else's. Some little Logitech, something or other. The problem was it was 720. So when I did the overhead cam, it didn't quite fill the camera. So basically it only filled up to about here on the 1080 resolution. So that's why when I was doing the grinder, I don't even know. It's some little, I don't know. They don't write the numbers on these damn things as far as what they are. No, the 920 I think is this one right here. The 920 is this high def one. But it's some 720 something or other. It's unplugged, and I'm not going to plug it back in to find out. So unless it's on this tag over here. Let's see if it's on this tag. I mean, why would they do that, right? Why would they put model information on their product? Model number VU0015. That's so helpful. Doesn't say the actual model, but yeah, exactly. But it's what it is. Here, I'll even show you what it looks like. I'll just take it down. It looks like this. If it focuses on it. There we go. Yeah, so it does not want to cooperate. Like I said, it's dead to me. Ow. Foil tape Sharpie. I'll have to take this all upstairs. I got extensions and USB cables, and yeah, it's a disaster down here sometimes. Try putting this away a little bit here. But, yeah, so this thing's just not going to do me any good. And that's the lovely tripod that was holding it up there. So well, it was funny because it used to work just fine. Like, it used to work fine not long ago, although then I did update my computer. I don't know if it was before or after. I can't remember. But here's the chop wheel I got. I got it a while ago. It's still in the package. I have two. These are both for my circular saw. We have the DeWalt Special, the DeWalt Abrasive Disc, double reinforced for increased life and durability. Got this from Lose for $4.50. And we've got the Norton 8-inch metal cutoff wheel. So, I don't know if the 8-inch is going to work because I realize I don't have an 8-inch saw. I have a 7.5-inch saw, or 7-inch saw. So I don't know why I have this. This might not do me any good. Yeah, so my little chop saw will probably do the work, but this should be the right one. This is for the 7-inch chop saw. This is probably not going to work well. But yeah, so I'm trying to, I'll be using that for cutting things like the rebar, because I'm not going to sit there and angle iron a bunch of rebar, or angle grinder a bunch of rebar. I'll lose my goddamn mind. So, all right, time for the bitchin' magnet. I was planning on it. Why? Is that a bad idea? My chop saw, would that be a problem? If so, tell me now, because I'd love to know. No, it's a chop saw. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I got a chop saw. It's a, what is it, the Ryobi? Nice little Ryobi chop saw. So, okay. No, I'm really, if you know more than I do, I'm more than happy to take information and learn before I do something dumb. That's all. Oh, yeah, let me drop the audio a little bit and put in my plugs. Yeah, it's a circular saw. It's not the most powerful monster in the world, but it should get the job done for me. Like I said, it's a Ryobi. It's not a bad one. Um, you know, most of it gets used for, well, it got to see some duty when I made this anvil stand. That's for sure. It got a nice little bit of work that day. All right, down goes the audio. All right, cool. And no, chop saw. No, I would never think about cutting. No, I wouldn't do that. No. It's just it's a little chop saw. Yeah, no, I'm trying to be somewhat safe. I don't know if there's something that like, oh, if you put it into chop saw, you should do X or whatever. And I don't, you know, before I do something dumb, I want to know. So here we go. I set this thing down on the friggin' anvil and it picked up all the scale. Alright, this is a much more fun view. You gotta admit, this is a pretty good view. I think I'm definitely happy with this the way it is. I got a lot of grinding to do though. I was having some real trouble moving the steel down by the handle, so I got a lot of ways to go before I can get this done. Yeah, for grinder, this is great. The other view overhead, it wasn't even that great a resolution. But this just lets you guys see everything real nice. You can probably even bring it up just a hair, too. Maybe knock it back just a hair. Perfect. Well, yeah, handle's got to go on a diet. So we're working on that right now. This is nice because you guys get to see. That's, you know. No camera angle is going to be perfect. I'm not the Coen brothers or anything, but, you know, at least you guys get to see what's going on. You know, that's kind of what I'm going for here. And this is great because I don't keep bumping my head into the camera. When I had this here, if I leaned forward with my chest to kind of look at my piece, I'd bump the camera or something like that. So this is actually way better for me too. So I'm all about this already. It's easier to show you. You start to see how it's coming along. That's not too bad. Yeah, but see, that's kind of fun. But this whole thing, you know, what I'm doing is kind of the whole part of it, you know? The other normal camera back, you know, back over there, you know, on the other side of the shop while I'm hammering, that's cool because it shows the whole shop because I'm moving around. But right now, I'm not going anywhere. So it really, to me, doesn't make sense to, you know, to not have the action front and center. This is what's going on, and you guys can see it. Actually, that's funny because you see the word bitchin' right in the camera the whole time. I find that kind of humorous. Then again, I do laugh at some of the dumbest stuff. I'm 37, almost 38, and I still find farts hilarious. So that tells you a little bit about my sense of humor. Well, once I get another camera, once I get another web camera, I think maybe I like this angle. Like this right here is great. This right here on the shot, this is fantastic. So I really like this, and I like it way better than the other one. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to keep this tripod down here, put it to the side over there by the computer, and just bring it out and set up, use the other camera when I'm ready. I know you guys don't get to see me, but without two cameras, well, that's the price I had to pay for my camera being a piece of crap. But I got it at Goodwill for next to nothing, so. Well, yeah, that's true. It is a category, fair enough. I'd say my stream is for mature audiences, but nobody mature is going to laugh at the dumb crap I do. Yeah, that might not be too bad because I do have the polearm mic stand. I don't know if I could get a camera mount for it. That would be interesting. I have a swivel arm mic base. Like it's like a really good swivel because it goes up and then at like a 90 or whatever you can move it around. So it's like one of those cool mic stands. But I do kind of like having the control of a tripod. Being a photographer in a former life, it kind of lets me remember what I'm doing because I know how to control a tripod, so it makes me kind of comfortable. Certain stuff may also work. I'm not saying it doesn't work great, but to me, it makes me comfortable. And being able to adjust something like this real quick. Like if I said, "Oh, I need to do this right now," I could do it. And I like being comfortable. When I'm in my comfort zone, I'm happy. Man, I really should have hammered this handle down a little bit more. Good Lord. It's going to be a nice handle wrap, though. I know what I'm going to do. I got a better idea. Stay. I'm going to take some of this out now, which I probably should have done in the first place. Oh, no. Well, no, I wouldn't go that far. I was just having trouble moving it, to be honest. It was getting too close to my, it was getting a little too close to my tongs, so I was having issues with it. So that was kind of the problem. I was using a piece of leftover steel from when I did another like full-size knife. So Because those rail anchors, I can get a couple knives out of one. So, there's no sense in like wasting it and throwing out half of it. So, um, but the problem is when I start to get down by here and I start working it, it's a little more difficult to to work it because my tongs are here and this part's here, so it's a little tricky to work with it. Probably wouldn't have had to really worry about it if I was working on a full piece. So basically what I realized is if I thin this down, this is going to take off steel pretty quick, and it'll be less metal for me to move trying to flatten it. So but I do like grinding now. I actually enjoy it. I look forward to it. Because now I can actually get a thing to come out. Oh, it is fat. It's very fat. I mean, there's no doubt. It's fat. But it was just, no, I mean, honestly, it's a good question. You might just say like, oh, you can grind it. But the problem was it was really getting to be kind of hard to work. And it was trying to run away from me. So to save myself the trouble and the anguish, or the risk of breaking my tongs, which would be an absolute pain in the ass. I mean, they can take some abuse, I'm sure, but I'd really rather not. Rather not try. Where did I put my wire brush? Basically, I would rather just not take the chance and try to work around it. So yeah, there was a lot of pommel, but now I'm trying to work it down. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a handle wrap on this. So I'm going to leave some of this pommel here on the end and then wrap it on the inside. Well, yeah, it would be nice to just grind. I mean, I can see where the appeal of material removal stuff comes in. I can see why it's popular. You get a nice flat piece of steel like, my buddy gave me, which I'll grab here, my buddy gave me this nice piece of 1095. And I haven't wanted to use it until, very soon, because I can now make it nice with a good grinder. I've also got another knife that came, and this is actually pretty cool. I don't know if I got to show you this, but I have another knife that is a cool combat knife. So it's a pretty cool combat knife, and it's got a guard, so I'll have to do some work on both. But it's ready for just the material removal. I didn't have to grind it. My buddy who bought me a couple of the grinder pieces threw this in there as well for Christmas. So I've got, a kick-ass knife to make. He's getting the knife. I'm making it for him. But right, exactly. You just start to shape it, and I can definitely see the appeal of it for sure. I really can, because it's like, wow, you can just, you start your knife and it's, and it's ready eventually. It doesn't save you all that hammering and shit. So I can totally see the appeal. Trust me, I'm not poo-pooing on material removal in the least. I just like forging. That's just the way it is. I just love forging. So, material removal is fine. Go for it. To all your own. If you want to do it, great. I would love to. But the beauty part is, I think for me, is forging something from the raw thing. That just, I don't know, man. It scratches like a real primal itch for me. It scratches something primal, and it's like, hey, you're making this thing. And you're hammering and you're sweating and you're tired, and then when you're done you're like, I made a thing, and it's like that feels like something to me. That hits something else for me. I mean, I'm also a guy who used to make a bunch of pens on a lathe, and that took like no effort whatsoever. And now it's like, oh my god, this is awesome. Well, to smelt would be amazing, because that would give me the chance to make like pommels and guards and things like that out of like bronze and things, and that would be cool. But if my wife heard me say that, she would not be happy. She's like, you don't need more shit. Surprised she hasn't already come down here and said that. You don't need any more shit down here. You've already got enough. Man, allergy season's here in a hurry, isn't it, everybody? Oh, well, yeah, that might be hard. I mean, there's some good instructions online for making them. Um, if you want to make pretty cheap stuff, it seems like the people who make it, they can make it for reasonably cheap, with some, molding this and that, and I don't know, whatever materials they use, sand and whatever shit, I can't remember, sorry. My memory sucks. But some people do seem to make them, and, it seems to work. I just went the I don't want to burn my basement down route, and just bought it, so. Well, yeah. Well, there's a lot of them there's a lot of stuff I've seen online that talks about, making a can, you take like a can thing. Right, yeah, small can, right. And you do the small can and you line it with the stuff they make. There's a lot of good things a lot of good videos that talk online about making your own, refractory chemical. Take a look. There's got to be, I know there's some stuff out there. So I'd recommend taking a peek, see what you can find. Oh, yeah, exactly. Some kind of cool, I mean, there's so many different things you can use. It's just a matter of what you use to make the refractory stuff. I mean, there's a lot of instructable videos for that. Hey, stop burning. A lot of videos for that stuff, so, I would just say try to look for something like that. I like this little guy. This little knife's coming out pretty good. I gotta do some shaping for sure. Oh, really? Huh. That's not good. Well, I could give you the name of the company I use. Again, it's not free. I know you're looking for free or cheap, but the company that I went through, if I can pull up the website if you want to take a look there, and you can go on their website, and they have a lot of options, more than just block. I think they actually sell like a refractory, like pourable cement kind of thing. So if you'd like, I could look that up for you if you're interested. More than happy to help a brother out. Here's what we're looking at so far. We're getting it kind of clean. Go back to the other side a little bit. I'll make sure whenever I give this knife to somebody, I just go perfectly balanced, as all things should be. My nerd friends will love that one. You're gonna give somebody a knife and use a Thanos quote? Like, yeah, why not? Well, let me, because now it's gonna bother me, because now I wanna give you the website. Let me pull it up on my phone here. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Okay, Chrome. I guarantee I have them saved in my my bookmarks. Maybe if I can get my bookmarks. Let's see. Here we go. If you're ready. Well, I mean, take a look at this thing. This might help you. It's ARMILCFS.com. I'll say that one again. ARM, as in Mike, ILC Charlie, F as in Foxtrot, S as in Sierra.com. They've got a pretty good, like, refractory material selection. Take a look. I mean, yeah, ARMILCFS.com. Yeah, go check that out. They have a section for refractory products. They have all kinds of stuff, and you know, you know, they were pretty good with the shipping. When I called them to ask questions, I called them to ask them a couple questions. Their customer service was really nice, so I'm always a fan of that. If a company is nice on the phone, they help you, they're more than happy to answer your questions. I am more than happy to recommend them to anybody else who who's looking for the same product. So that's why I'll recommend them. I will gladly tell anybody to go to that company and get refractory stuff. I have ground a serious low spot into this blade. Or not ground, but hammered a low spot into this blade. So what do you think? Do you think the magnet's actually bitching? Or is it not? Is it not quite bitching? You can tell me. I think it's pretty bitching. Have I ever told you what we used to call Little Caesar's crazy bread? I don't used to. We still do call it that, actually. There's just not a lot of Little Caesars around anymore. That's my favorite story. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, this magnet's not going to be used with the jig. I mean, the jig's going to be showing up in about a week, I hope. God knows with the way everything's going right now, but I should just put this on the Spark Trail. Hang on, let's see. We're gonna do Spark Cam for a little bit. How about that? A little Spark Cam. There you go. That was Spark Cam. Huh. That'd be kind of cool. I've seen them, yeah. It's like the powered magnetic bases. That'd be kind of... I mean, I don't know if I'd need something like that on here, though, because it's not really much of a CNC machine. I'd more need something that, if anything, I would need to grind, like, a channel in my rest so I could slide things at, like, a 90. Well, yeah, I guess, but that's not it's doing pretty good. To be fair, the only real mess, it gets most of the stuff. The only real issue is when I'm doing something with sawdust. Because sawdust wants none of this. So the sawdust goes backwards a lot. But it does a pretty good job, to be fair. I would say about 98% efficient. And then the magnet just takes all the stuff right out of there. Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds like some heavy production stuff though, but I'm keeping it cheap. I'm trying to keep it cheap. I think just the bevel grinder is going to be huge for me, because once you square this thing up, it's very simple to do your edges and everything like that. So, and I don't think it grinds fast enough to really be a surface grinder. Like, I could do this. I can use those like a contact wheel and it does a decent job, but it's not doing as nice as this does. So I got a lot of metal to grind off. Yeah, I guess that works, but I'm not really. I don't really need to do that though. I don't think I do. I like everything to be kind of done by hand, especially. I mean, it would be good for material removal, like you do. But with what I do, I'd have to hammer it to a certain thickness. Like even right now, like because this is lower. You know, I didn't hammer it. You can see where I kind of contact wheeled it, but that's lower. So if I would have hammered it below there, it's not going to grind it, and I'd have a problem. So adding extra tools to me in the area of trying to grind things to a certain thickness, I think worries me because there's so much uncertainty in my hammering. That's what kind of worries me. Like, I would have to hammer it perfectly, or hammer it thick, and you know. I kind of like every knife to be different. I like it to all be unique. I know material removal looks really nice. You can get a super nice knife. Oh, right. No, I see what you mean. I just wouldn't see the necessary need myself. Damn it, this magnet's good. Because none of my stuff needs to be an exact thickness. Not yet, anyway. If that ever happens, maybe. But, you know. My tolerances don't have to be that good because I just kind of like freehanding it. It's kind of part of the creative process, I think. If I wanted something to be an exact size, I would just go buy, like, you know, I'll buy a piece of 2 mil steel or whatever. You know, a piece of 1/4 inch thick. So I already know it's a 1/4 inch thick. So, or whatever. So I don't have to, you know, I don't have to deal with it. It's just already there. But since I'm hammering stuff from, you know, from a piece of rail anchor, I don't know how thick my stuff's going to be. Some of these blades come out a little thicker than others. Yeah, that's basically what I would be, and I would probably never use it, unfortunately. Ow. Fuck you, blade. Or belt. Fucking thing just hit me with some friggin' grit, bastard. Hit me right in the neck while I was pulling my blade. Piece of shit. Belt grinder's a dickhead. Get you when your back's turned. It's getting there right now. It's getting there. I think I gotta order myself a 10-pack of belts. 36s are doing the work. this off first. Oh God, this magnet is strong as hell. Well, I know I'm not like OSHA approved down here. I know, but look, you know. The problem is I can't talk to you guys when I wear a face mask. And I enjoy streaming too much. You know, everybody likes it when I stream and when I talk. So, if I did all that, you guys would never hear me. So I have to make do. I know I should be using safer stuff. I mean, I have eyeglasses on. You know, I have my regular glasses on. And I figure if you go to the shooting range and they let you wear these, I figure they got to be decent enough eye protection. Well, this one doesn't because it's kind of wide enough, so... Kind of liking the shape of this. I'm going to grind a lot off of this. I don't know how long I really want to point, but the handle's pretty nice so far. Just got to get this cleaned up a little bit more here. Just trying to get it kind of flat and ready. This is kind of a I don't know. I mean, it could be... Oh, that's good. Oh, there goes my tip. This could be like... It's just kind of a utility pocket knife kind of thing. I'm kind of slim it down, make it a little bit more sleek. But... Yeah. Well, it's going to get paracord on here. And then just a kind of a nice little shape on there. That's all. Nothing... I don't have any plans for it, really. Like, it's nothing specific, but... Just getting it flat. That's the trick right now, getting it flat. Oh, damn it. I stuck the magnet to the anvil. Let me brush some of this dust off of here. Where'd I put my wire brush? There it is. Okay, put this back on. This is a kick-ass magnet. This thing is great. I think I'm going to order a 10-pack of these today. Oh, well, yeah, understandable. Thing really doesn't want to flatten. So I'm thinking with this blade, well, yeah, I definitely don't want to, mess up my hearing for sure. But I'm thinking with this blade, I want to do an edge heat treat. So I'm thinking of finding of trying to just heat the edge in the forge. and not the rest of the blade. Because the last guy I did, I really liked the way when I etched it, it didn't, you know, well, actually no, because that would be kind of reversed. Never mind. Well, see, the thing is, when I heated it, when I did that other little guy yesterday, when I quenched that guy, and um, the heat, and I etched it, the etch only went halfway down the handle. Yeah, right. So I was thinking if I did something like that with this, so it would look kind of differential. So you'd see like the two layers of the etch. I think that would look kind of cool, because otherwise I don't want it just hidden in the handle. So I'm thinking of trying to do something closer to the edge on this, so that I don't, you know, just something for a little look. These are the blades I can try to do things with. And you know, if you don't have like a custom shop that does things a certain way, and then I had to go buy more tools and buy more of this. It's like, you know, I gotta buy clay or I gotta buy something else. If I can figure out a way to do it in the forge and really just move it back and forth really quick, and I can probably do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to edge it like a little bit, just go really quick in front of there and really keep an eye on the edge of on the edge of the blade, just so the edge is in the fire, and that's all. And then once that starts to glow, I'll take it out, and then hopefully, you know, once I etch it, that black will travel up so far, and then you'll see the black so far up the blade, and then it'll disappear. And no, I don't have an oxy. I only have a little propane thing, so it's another thing I don't need down here. I don't need giant tanks of oxyacetylene. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's just heat guarding it, but I don't have clay. So. I mean, I live in New Jersey. I could just dig down 3 inches. How you get clay if you want in New Jersey? Just dig down. It's looking pretty good. Yeah. I'd rather just get that paintable stuff that that you can buy. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, but see, here's my question though. You know, I'm gonna try making this stuff, and is it gonna work? I don't know. Again, I'm not really good at crafting my own stuff sometimes. So, would I rather risk doing that, wasting a bunch of time trying to trying to make it, or just go buy a tub of the stuff for $10. You know, it's sometimes like I get more frustrated probably if I jacked it up, because I'm sure I would. Trying to mix stuff. I am no chemist and I am no cook. So, this thing is heavy as hell. Good God. This thing's an animal. Yeah, I don't know. I like goofing around, but the problem is I don't want to work on a blade for this long, and then all of a sudden I screw it up. That would piss me off. That would thoroughly piss me off. If I worked on a blade for all of 3 hours, and I did something dumb because I thought I was going to try something that I could probably do this, and I can't. So I would be pretty mad. Hey, I've got 1,000 messages today. Wow. What? Did you message me 1,000 times today? Okay, whatever. I didn't think you chatted that long, but hey, awesome. Yeah, I was. I kind of had my doubts too. Yeah, I don't know if you gave me a 1,000 individual messages. That's unless it's counting the last 24 hours. Because I was streaming yesterday night. I don't know. That could be a possibility. Not the only one I can think of. Nice. I don't know. I just get really attached to a project, and I hate to just kind of, you know, when you're hammering on a project like this, it's kind of like it's a little bit more of an ask to be like, oh, I'm just going to screw around. You know, I only spend an hour and a half smashing my arm down. You know, I really don't care what happens to this, which is a lie, because I absolutely care about what happens to it. Like, I want this thing to come out as nice as humanly possible. Hence why I got this grinder, so my stuff can come out nicer. That's why we're getting a nicer shape here. Well, if I could run 220 outdoors somewhere, that would be fun. I would love to have my next house is probably going to have a nice shed, garage area. That's the plan. That's kind of the thing I want to look for in my next house. Is we want to make sure that there's a shed or somewhere I can work. That's just what we're doing for sure. Because that'll make life so much easier for me, for my wife. She'll be happy. I mean, she doesn't mind this too much, which is great, but I know it's not the best. Well, I don't even have a driveway. My backyard floods, so yeah. Get a grinder stand with leveling feet like this. That'll take care of that. Well, sounds like you're mostly set. Rural or urban areas like mine, it's not, it's not exactly known for guys working with their hands, unfortunately. So getting a nice finish here. That's a hell of a sandbox. That's hot. Yeah, where are you at again? What state? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But see, there's so much more open space in Colorado. Colorado's an area where I would think that people do this kind of stuff. I could take you on a tour of my yard and you could pretty much see the whole thing with the camera in one shot, I don't have a ton of space. Yeah, but in general, it's more of an area that you'd think of something like that, I would think that it's like, oh, Colorado. I've been through Colorado. I love Colorado. I've seen it while on a bike, and it's gorgeous. And like I said, there's a lot of places where, like Denver and stuff aside, even Colorado Springs, which was amazing. Even aside from that, I would still be like, yeah, there's a lot of nice open places where you can do what you want out here. And, a lot of nice disc golf courses too. I'm still angry. No, I know it's not all mountains. It's not all mountains. I know that. But there's a little bit more sprawl in Colorado. There's more space from thing to thing, I think, from what I saw, because it's like you go from a city and then it's a ways until the next thing. And, there's more small cities. Here in, yeah, well, that's for sure. No, disc golf, though, there can't be enough disc golf. There's never enough disc golf. But, there's, when you go through Jersey, in the area near where I live here, you can go I can drive from here to Philadelphia, and there will not be buildings. There will not be buildings. If I don't sound like an idiot. Oh wow! Really, they just close it all up to federal, huh? Jesus. I'd love to go back. I'd love to go back to Colorado. It would be one of the places on my list. I know my parents were out there, but they went on a special tour. Take a wild guess. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. It really is. That's really unfortunate. It was such a cool state for that fact. Here's what we're looking at right now. I got the side pretty well flattened. Trying to mess with the shape a little bit. I'm not really worried about this low spot out here because that's going to go away as I bevel it and all that. That's a shame. I really thought that Colorado was always going to be this beautiful open state. Pretty happy with this little guy. Not bad for 2.5 hours. Probably should thin this handle down a little bit too. I think it's still a little fat. Pretty happy with this little guy. I may have to cut soon. It's almost 6 o'clock. I'm probably going to want to eat some dinner sometime shortly and then come back and continue streaming. So yeah, I think I will, I think now's a good point to cut, 2.5 hours. So I'm going to get some dinner and such shortly because I got to eat. If you are out there watching, if you're hanging around on Twitch or Facebook or anything like that, I am going to come back, guys. I appreciate you hanging around, General. Oh, yeah, true. Wyoming would be really cool. That's nothing but wide open spaces. But thank you for hanging out, General. I will be back. I'm going to try to go get some food and then get back on for my regular 6:30, 6:40 start. So, yeah, so that's what we got today in a little 2.5 hour session. I'm pretty happy with it. I can get a nice little grind on there. I'm going to be able to put a nice bevel to some degree, I think, even without a jig. So I'm going to make something happen here. I'm going to try to actually... how's the balance? Well, let's see, because it was kind of hot, but... Let's see. How's that? Like Thanos said, perfectly balanced, like everything should be. So there you go. Yeah, there's still a little bit of blade. I don't know. It's actually not too bad. What do you mean lose blade? So, as far as my hand goes, I mean, it's long, but what do you mean? Where? As far as thickness? Oh yeah, no, no, no. Edge mass, absolutely. It's super thick. Yeah, yeah, of course, obviously. It's not gonna it's not gonna cut shit right now. It's it's not doing anything yet. But yeah, that'll all go away when I put the bevel in. So once I bevel it and all that, that's why I wasn't worried about like that. Yeah, oh yeah, it's child's first knife. Um, that's why I wasn't worried about like that low spot there, and like some of the marks there, because they're all going to go away. So I'm going to put probably a rough bevel, um, and you know, and then that'll be that. So yeah, if you are hanging out, if you're still watching, feel free to come back, guys. I should be back about 6:45 Eastern time, so maybe about an hour. But baby's first shank. I should be back in about an hour. I just need to eat some food. So here we go. There we go. Oh, shit. There we go. Here we go. I just need to go eat some food. And then we're gonna get this thing back up about 6:40. So about an hour from now, I'll be back up and running. So if you're out there watching again, thank you guys so much for hanging around. I'll be back soon, and I will see you all real short. Oh, yeah, there we go. Back up. Good knees.